When we think about the U.S. Constitution, we often think about the federal government, the national government. After all, it was the Constitution that created the three branches of the federal government as we know it. But it's also important to remember that the Constitution creates space for local self-government. After all, the American Revolution was fought and won in significant part in order to preserve a tradition of local self-governance that began really with the earliest colonies in the North American continent. The Constitution did aim to create a more perfect union and a stronger national government, but it was also significantly designed to preserve that tradition of local government. And the First Amendment to the Constitution, which we tend to think of in terms of the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion, also crucially guaranteed the right of assembly. And the founders had in mind specifically the right of local entities to assemble, to deliberate, and to work together in the project of local self-governance. One of history's greatest commentators on American democracy and American constitutionalism was the French theorist Alexis de Tocqueville, who came over to America as a very young man, ostensibly to study our prison system, but really because he wanted to write a big book about democracy. And the book that he ultimately published was called Democracy in America. And one of the things that impressed Tocqueville most was the traditions of local self-governance in the United States. He looked at local associations, gatherings at the community level, as really the laboratory of democracy, as the incubator of democracy. This is where people learn to be citizens, by serving on juries, by working in their communities, by having volunteer organizations, by engaging civically at the local level. And in Tocqueville's view, and I think his analysis has stood the test of time, what sustains American democracy is less what happens at the federal level than what happens in our communities, where we train citizens and we engage together as citizens in the project of self-governance.